of the family around-the-clock security. The most protected religious leader. The Pope is both the Bishop of Rome and ex officio leader of the worldwide Catholic Church. And just like the president of a country, he too needs the utmost protection. The Pope resides in probably one of the more heavily armored cities in the world, Vatican City, a city-state by Rome, Italy. Even as you walk through the streets, you can see all the stoic guards dressed in antiquated armor, carrying equally dated spears. That's right, the Pope is being protected by spears. But don't be fooled. These armored guards are actually a high-end military force made up of top ex-Swiss soldiers who can subdue a threat in mere seconds. Aside from the spears, they also have the finest collection of firearms hidden away in case need arises. The Swiss Guard is over 500 years old, making it the longest-standing military in the world. When it was officially founded by Pope Julius II in 1506, the Guard was actually a mercenary force that is still renowned to this day for some of the most decisive victories during the skirmishes that were taking place in and around Rome. Who better to protect such a holy figure than an army that has withstood 500 years of onslaught? The most protected.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash. I give double honors to the apostles of great mercy that rule well. Salutations to the men of the Hope Land Sensei elect. This is Makazar from Trend.com. Just want to do a little edification for the elect's sake. All right. And now, I was watching this video. I'm 10 most protected people in the world. All right. And they're showing like King Jong-un, Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, the Queen, the Pope, Mark Zuckerberg. All right. Jay-Z and whatnot. And, all these people spending out millions and billions on security. Now, guess what? If this is their kingdom, why you have to spend all that money for security? You're supposed to be that controlling force where everybody's supposed to be afraid of you. So afraid that, guess what? They won't even, think to even lift up a finger against you. And on top of it, if this is supposed to be your kingdom, and guess what? The scripture said, when a man's ways please Yahweh Shem Shai, he make it even his enemies to be at peace with him. Look at Solomon. Look at David. The Lord caused all the nations to be subdued under them, and they were afraid to even think to fight. All right? But guess what? The kingdom that coming, the kingdom of Israel, is going to be better. The scripture said, nations shall learn war no more, shall turn their swords into plowshares. All right? And how this is going to happen? The only way you can get peace is through war. Revelation 19, the scripture said the Lord came and he had many crowns. So the Lord coming out here to conquer. All right? And to destroy the nations and to set up Israel. And when the Lord sets up Israel, guess what? None of these nations will be able to rise up against us to do us anything. All right? As I said, the heathen shall envy thee and shall be able to do nothing against thee. In Wisdom of Solomon 2, said we shall cast them headlong. Because why? Because the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai gonna be with us. So we wouldn't have need for bodyguards. All right? We will be our own bodyguards. We wouldn't have to spend trillions and millions on gold because of the fear that Esau might rebel, or Moab might rebel, or Elam might rebel. Now, we don't have to worry about that. All right? We won't have to, guess what? We wouldn't even have to worry about our children. All right? Our children can roam free and go where they want. We won't even have to worry about our children. All right? Because why? We're going to be in perfect serenity. All right? So I just want to go through some scriptures here real quick. This is Psalms chapter 118 verse 8. It says, it is better to trust in Yahweh Shem Shai than to put confidence in a man. And these people in the world right now, they're putting their confidence in men. Hiring all these bodyguards. Guess what? If the Most High wants you dead, who could prevent him? All right? It says, it is better to trust in Yahweh Shem Shai than to put confidence in princes. Because guess what? You could spend billions in bodyguards. And guess what? The Most High wants you dead. Hey, he could just send a simple cold to kill you. All right? And what would happen to all your billions they have spent? All right, so better to put trust in the Most High, and because we put trust in the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the scripture said He would defend Jerusalem. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai gonna defend us. Hey, guess what? The scripture said, "Silver and gold shall not deliver you in the day of trouble." So all that money you spending on bodyguards ain't gonna do nothing in the day of the Lord. All right, only the fear and the trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will be able to deliver us. But as I said, when the kingdom be established, we wouldn't have need of bodyguards. We will be our own bodyguards. All right. And I'm go into scriptures and we will see that. This is Zechariah chapter 2, verse 5. It says, "For I, said Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, will be unto her a wall of fire round about." The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai gonna defend Jerusalem. All right. You nations wouldn't even be able to rise up. And even if you did rise up, guess what? The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said He is in the midst of us as a wall of fire. All right? And will be the glory in the midst of her. None of these nations will be able to rise up against us. All right? The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will be our top bodyguard, and we're going to be our own bodyguards. All right? You nations wouldn't be able to do nothing. All right? All the envy, the scripture said they're going to be ashamed for the envy of the people. All right, Esau, Elam, all these nations, they're gonna hate that we on top. But guess what? What they can do? What can you do? You can't do anything. You wouldn't be able to do nothing. All right, you wouldn't be able to not do anything. All right. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 25. It says, "But that which you have already, hold fast till I come." So the brothers in His truth, hold fast to this faith. Hold fast to the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right? I just want to bring up one precept as I brought that out. This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 24. It says, "And let that therefore abide in you which you have heard from the beginning. If that which you have heard from the beginning shall remain in you, ye shall continue in the Son and in the Father." So once you continue in this faith, guess what? The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will defend you in the time of trouble. All right? He will be your salvation in the time of evil. All right? So that is why it said, "But that which you have already, hold fast till I come." So hold fast of that, because what He promised is everlasting life. "And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end." So you have to keep this works unto the end, not for a part time. Not say, "Well, Lord, I was out there, for a while, I hold down post for a while." Now the Lord don't want to hear it. The Lord want to see when you're coming. Blessed is that servant whom the Lord shall find in doing so. All right. "To him He will give power over the nations, and He shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father." All right. So now I want to look up what it means by Revelation 2:27. What it means by to rule them with a rod of iron. All right. So look up the word rod. It says, when you look at B, section 3B, it says what? "When applied to kings, with a rod of iron indicates the severest, most rigorous rule." All right. So we're gonna rule you nations severely with a most rigorous rule. All right. We're gonna be like righteous tyrants over you nations. You nations not gonna be able to do anything. You speak a word, we will destroy you. You think a thought, we will destroy you. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right? You're not going to be able to rise up. You're not going to be, the scripture said, oppression shall not rise up a second time. You're not going to be able to do anything against us. It ain't going to have no hitmen in those days. You even think the thought to put out a hit, you're going to be destroyed. Because guess what? Through the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we're going to be able to read your minds. All right? We could destroy you with our minds. All right? We wouldn't have need of bodyguards in those days. So all the bodyguards that you hiring, guess what? This just proves that you have no power in your own kingdom. But in our kingdom, we will have all the power. All right? And I want to look up this word, imperium. Since I'm saying that, we're going to have the word power. The word imperium means command, supreme power. So in our kingdom, in the kingdom of Yashala, we're going to have supreme power. area of dominion, sphere of control, or monopoly, empire, a nation having or exerting supreme power, superpower. So we're going to have supreme and superpower. All right? We're going to have supreme and superpower. This is why you nations won't be able to rise up. Like Vladimir Putin, you're spending billions on bodyguard. You're taking a shit. You gotta have bodyguards. Guess what? We're gonna be able to lie down in peace. All right? We're not gonna be, our sleep not gonna be taken away worrying if somebody gonna break into our houses, if we go outside, if we're gonna get shut down. Now we're not gonna be worrying about those things because we're gonna have supreme superpower. This is what we're gonna have. This is what we're gonna be blessed by the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. As Yahweh Shai said, even as I have received of my Father Yahweh Shai in a spiritual body, and he died no more. Nobody could go up against Yahweh Shai and nail him to the cross again. Because Yahweh Shai is what? Supreme superpower. And guess what? Being joined heirs to Yahweh Shai, we're gonna have supreme superpower. Alright? This is the final precept here. This is Zechariah chapter 12 verse 8. It says, in that day Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. So just like he said he's going to be a wall of fire, the Lord going to defend us. But how are he going to defend us? The Lord going to bless us with spiritual powers. And he that is feeble among them in that day shall be as David. Hey, take David in his ancient times. Guess what? Nations were afraid of David, of Dawada. And the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of Yahweh before them. All right, so we're gonna have superpowers in that day. Now when these nations be normal, less than normal men, all right, because we're gonna take away their morale, they're gonna be so afraid of us that guess what, that even if one rise up to say let us rebel, the whole nation gonna be afraid and say no, not so. All right, because we're gonna be like gods in those days. Supernatural power, supernatural strength. All right, and it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. So all the nations that came against us throughout the course of history, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai gonna destroy all of them and subdue them under his feet, and we're gonna reign side by side with Yahweh Shai over these nations, being super gods over all these nations. So we wouldn't need no bodyguards. We wouldn't need to spend millions and trillions, on our riches because of fear for our life, because you nations not gonna be able to do nothing. All right, this just proved that your kingdom is weak, but our nation's gonna be solid as a rock. All right, this is why we're gonna rule forever. All right, so with that, I want to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of great men so not rule well. Salutations to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. This is Makazar saying Shalom.